Across the world, the craft beer industry is booming. Driven by increasing consumer demand for a superior drinking experience, craft beverages now account for an ever-increasing percentage of the global marketplace. Behind the beer, however, are the innovators and mad scientists who are pushing boundaries with the drinks we consume.
What a lot of people don't know is that beer is a scientific process in general. So fermentation processes, there's a lot of microbiology and a lot of chemistry that goes on. So it's really important to hone in on those small effects that those chemical and microbial things are happening in it to produce a quality product and stay consistent and make sure all those things are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Every time that we have yeast going fermenting in any batch of beer, we constantly have to worry about the yeast health and the fermentability of that yeast strain and just making sure that we can keep that strain healthy so we have a good batch at the end of it.
From the product, it was a lot of similarities from how you make a product, a beer, in my opinion, as how you make a handmade cigar. The consistency of the product, the agricultural aspect of the product. We experience in the cigar industry that if you don't develop a consistent product year after year, you don't get any brand loyalty from a company perspective. So it was important to develop a product from the beer side that we felt that we could consistently deliver to a consumer time and time again.
There's such a saturation of small breweries right now, and when you're on a small scale as a brewery grows, if you're not focusing as much on the little things, it can get away from you really quickly.
Consumers start to educate themselves more and develop their palates more, and I think as competition increases, I really think that it's the breweries that can really differentiate themselves from others and brew a consistent, high-quality product that will succeed.
On schedule 81 degrees, 10:03.
So yeah, about 8 days in fermentation. You still see a bud right here.
Have we dropped out the hops yet?
I don't think so.
All right, we'll double check, drop out hops, and just pass it on D-test. We should be able to drop it.
Yeah, we'll do a D-test today.
Cool.
Still some budding cells, but it looks good.
Awesome.
As craft continues to explode, the commitment to innovation and quality becomes paramount as beer drinkers become better educated and more discerning. Here at the Tank Brewing in Miami, Florida, the respect for the brewing process helps drive the foundation of the company.
The key for us is really just to drive home quality. We want you to be able to taste a beer on tap and know that you're going to have quality behind it. There's not going to be any off flavors that are there. There's not going to be any issues with the batch. And every time that you come here, you'll have the same beer, the same tasting beer every time.
Brewing has always been it's a biological process, it's a very natural process. So we deal with variable products. So we have to change things constantly to keep the product the same. When we get a new lot of hops or we get a new lot of grain, every year, depending which farm it comes from, it could be slightly different. So we have to make adjustments in our recipe and our process to make sure that we keep creating the beer that we want to create.
Let's say an IPA, you want your bitterness units to be exact throughout all of your batches of beer. We have a device that can tell us the exact IBU of our wort or our finished product, and to keep that level the entire time through the batches, it really helps us know what we're doing and perfect our craft.
Almost everybody in the team is from South Florida, at the very least, if not Miami, Broward, but in that South Florida region. I've been born, raised, and lived in Miami my whole life, studied, went to law school, never lived anyplace else. In my life, family's number one. Being a place that we all get along and we're able to grow not only on a professional level, on a personal level, is definitely something that we want in this company.
From the get-go, when I met Carlos at FIU and we just decided to open this place up, I already had talked to Mo. Mo was working in a couple bars at the time, so I said, hey Mo, we're gonna jump on this project. Ahmed is our head of cellar, so he was just a connection that Carlos had already had, and he just has done an amazing job here keeping up quality. Because at the end of the day, the microbiological issues that we'll have are going to be in the cellar, and we haven't had any outbreaks yet, so that's all due to him. Emily was a recent hire. She's been here about 3 months, and she just really helps out with that micro side, so the stuff that we can't see. And then Jack helps out and it really helps the seller just excel.
I'd like people to be able to just have a glass, look at it, sip it, enjoy it, taste it, and say, you know what, this is a product that reflects the local environment where it's made. This is a product that is refined and of a high quality. With so much competition, a lot of people are doing outrageous things to stand out, and it's a tough environment to try and stand out in a subtle way. So we're trying to do that by showing people quality in the glass and that you don't have to be outrageous to make something fun and creative and interesting.
The Tank, brewed to keep things brewing. For more info, to visit the tap room, or to learn more about the beer, visit thetankbrewing.com.